is the sad bit, isn't it? That was Fox on the Run by Sweet to commemorate this fox being rescued from a shop in Vienna. You wouldn't get Jerry Seinfeld doing this shit, would you? Seriously. I mean, and you're probably glad of that because it is it's pointless, isn't it? Well, it's not pointless, is it? Why? I don't know. Why do I do it? It's for some people. Some people might like this. So anyone who doesn't like it doesn't need to watch. So I'm doing no harm. So anyone who does like this, then I'm doing it for you and me a bit, I guess. I don't know. it's like, it's win-win, isn't it? I just thought I'd do a quick one. I haven't done one for a few weeks. Been busy. I'm on tour, obviously. You know about that. I'm also trying to make Dutch Barn a global brand, and I'm working on a new animation for Netflix, which by the time it's finished would have taken 2 years. So, right, let's get to some questions. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a lovely weekend. Did Vienna, big arena in Vienna. That was the weather was lovely. 48 hours wandering around, and the gig was fantastic. It still blows my mind that I can play a country where English is their second language and 15,000 people come out and understand it. It's great in Europe as well. I think they treat comedy in general with a bit higher status than we do in England and America. Because I hear we're sort of like, we're clowns, aren't we? Sort of performing monkeys, most of us. But over there they sort of think, oh no, it's art, it's a one-man show. You get applause breaks. If you do anything sort of like, you know, a bit clever or just a really good joke or even a good setup, a good premise, a good observation, they really appreciate it as an art form. And I don't think I don't think stand-up is an art form. I've thought about this. I think it's a service. I think when people just get too bedded down with thinking, oh yeah, you've got to change the genre, you've got to be doing something, as opposed to making the people who paid 50 quid laugh. I think you get up yourself a bit. You've got to, and even I've changed a little bit. You know, I used to want for people who weren't there to like it, and now I just try and make sure those people get value for money. And just be funny. You just want they've come to laugh for an hour and a bit. They haven't come there to go away and write with you going, yeah, he really pushed some boundaries there. It made me think. That's great as a bonus, but you shouldn't. You can do both, but if you have to do one, choose them all laughing. Is my advice. So yeah, Keena. Oh yeah, first question. How's your mortality tour going? Great. I think they get better and better as I hone them. So, even if I play to more people, I'm sort of doing it in the best theatres and arenas, in the best places in the world. And I've sort of got it down to a fine art now, making it the most luxurious tour I can. I mean, I could probably make a lot more money if I did it all at once, because I just, flying to a place in Europe for one day and then coming back and then starting again. I could do them all in blocks, but I don't want to be away for more than a couple of days. Yeah, it's great, and yeah, it's going well. It's getting better and better, and you sort of think you want it to be perfect for the filming to go on Netflix, but actually I want it to be pretty perfect the first time someone pays full amount. So that's why I think I did about 65 warm-ups this time. So the very first time someone pays the full amount, it's ready. It's not like you just, but yeah, it's going great. And I know I always look sort of red and flushed and bloated and sweaty and hog-like. And I have had a bath, but I think I've got a bit of colour because it was so lovely and sunny in Vienna, and I've been for a long walk and a bike ride today and played tennis. I think this might be a little bit of tan on my fat, blotchy red skin. So, not sure. Right, another question. Glenn, do you still get the same buzz from stand-up as you did from the first one? Also, which is your favourite tour so far? I do get the same buzz. I mean, I still get a buzz from going, oh my God, I've sold out an arena in a foreign speaking country. That's amazing. You go, will they get every joke? What should I leave in? Can I explain Jimmy Savile to someone in Lisbon? So you've got that buzz you want everything to go well. You want to tell everything well and then get everything. So you get that buzz. My favourite bit is still probably the warm-ups, when you're just trying anything and it doesn't matter. You just go out there and you go crazy. And that sort of always goes well, because even if you do something that doesn't go well and you go, that was shit, and you think about it, they're laughing at you struggling and introspecting, and they know no one else is going to see that. So I can't wait to finish. I love this tour, but I can't wait to finish this tour so I can start again in a little theatre with my comedy chums, just we muck around for an hour backstage. What have you got? What are you doing? Oh God, that's good. Or you go, oh, I've got nothing. I'll see what happens. So I love that. So no, if anything, that part feels as fresh and exciting as it ever did. Maybe even more so, the starting again bit, the trying stuff out. And then there's the excitement of all the usual things, like going to wonderful places, selling out arenas that no one else has. Yeah, I do like breaking the odd record. What is your favourite tour so far? I don't know. I think this one or Humanity. I love Supernature and Armageddon, but Humanity was the first of this kind, the first big Netflix deal. So that was really special. I hadn't done stand-up for 7 years. So it's out of Mortality, but Mortality seems sort of more definitive and more honest. I talk about it how it's my most sort of honest and confessional, and so out of Mortality and Humanity, I'd say. Sue, congrats on breaking another attendance record this week. Thank you. What's your favourite tracks, albums you've been listening to lately? Oh my God, you're going to just hear the same old ones I've been listening to since 1970. I mean, I still do listen to those every day, on a plane, on a train, not in a car actually. In a car I listen to XFM classic rock. So So, yeah, that's what you're dealing with. I still listen to the old boys. Bowie, Radiohead, Cat Stevens, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, all those. Some you might not have heard of that I listen to regularly. I think I listen to Sun Kill Moon the most the last few years. This is mesmerising. I love it, the things he sings about the... Check out Sun Kill Moon, anything. Just put in YouTube, Sun Kill Moon. And Red House Painters, another sort of version of him. Bon Iver, Sodven, sort of indie folk stuff. But that's my recommendation. For people who haven't heard of him, or have never listened to him, Sun Kill Moon. Check that out. Right. I'm not going to do long today. I'm tired, and I've got TV to watch. Benji, what is your definition of success? Oh, that's tricky, and it's sort of all the definitions sort of change as you get older. It would need a very... I think it would need a very long definition, because you have to keep justifying things and there's caveats. I've probably got it honed down to I assume you mean career as well, because of course you can have a successful life without, you call it, but let's say it's linked to career. That makes it slightly easier. I think my definition of success is now, and probably always has been without being able to define it before, is doing what you like every day without compromise and getting paid for it. Because you can compromise and get paid, do really well, but I don't think you'll like yourself as much. But you can treat it like a job. But for me, success is getting to a position where you can just do what you like, and it doesn't matter what the consequences are, whether it wins awards or whatever, but you've done exactly what you wanted, how you wanted, and you got paid for it. And the big trick is to keep doing that, obviously. You might be able to do that once and then go, oh, I wish I'd have sold out. But the trick is obviously longevity, because you want to keep doing what you want as long as you can. This isn't a definition, is it? This is a fucking ramble. Definition of success. To do what you love, how you want, and it pays the rent. Fucking hell. Oh, tough question that, Benji. Wasn't it? Yeah. Foxy agrees with me. His name's Fat Eric, by the way. Bobby King. What's your favourite joke from all your Golden Globe appearances? Oh, right. One sprung to mind straight away. So that's probably two. I've got two, I think. Maybe three. Okay. So the first one that sprang to mind, which I loved at the time, and I was very proud of it, was at the last Golden Globes, when I said we were going to do an in memoriam tonight, but when I looked at the list of people who died, it wasn't diverse enough. I was very proud of that. Very proud of the sarcasm of the time as well. Caitlyn Jenner joke about she didn't do a lot for women drivers. That was sort of ground zero for that sort of. When was that? That was the 2016 one, I think. I love doing the DiCaprio one to his face as well. By the time the film finished, his date was too old for him. And I've got an affection for the first Mel Gibson one. When I agreed to do that Golden Globes, I forget which one it was. Was it 2011, 12? It just happened with him being stopped drunk and having a rant. And I came up with that joke. I think it was the first thing I thought of to do. Now I like a drink as much as the next man, unless the next man is Mel Gibson. So yeah, one of those. Probably the In Memoriam. Underrated gag, that. Even though I say so myself. Thanks very much. Chris Young. What's the worst technical difficulty you've experienced on stage? Oh, have the lights ever gone out or a mic stopped working? Oh, it's that. Right, now this will sound pathetic, but I use one of them, right? And the reason I use one of them is because a lot of my stuff is actually visual, not in a Lee Evans type way. I mean, I sometimes act things out. I sometimes sort of like bring characters to life, like a conversation between Hitler and Nietzsche, or, you know, the personification of animals, acting out the polar bear, hunting with whatever. And you do that. So halfway round Armageddon, I forget where it was. Might have been Cardiff or Birmingham. My mic failed. And the second one failed. So I had to use a mic, and it was really stressful because I'm thinking there's a bit coming up where I'm, you know, wanking off a paedophile. And I thought, I've got to do that and that. So, well, and I've got to talk. So how can I? So you're thinking about this. That's very specific. That probably doesn't happen to a lot of comedians. Like they're going, oh, coming up next, I've got to wank off a paedophile. So that was stressful because I had to think one step ahead of how can I do these things that I've been doing, but with a mic in my hand and the mic's got to be near my mouth. So that is the most stressful thing that's ever happened. There was once, might have been Humanity or Supernature. Before I went on, someone came to me and said, "Oh, can we postpone it?" It was about, I don't know, 10 to 8 or something. I said, "Can we postpone you going on?" And I said, "Why?" I said, "Oh, someone's been taken ill and they've called an ambulance." And I went, "Oh, are they okay?" I said, I don't know if they thought it was a heart attack or something. It was all right in the end. I checked. And I went, "Oh, yeah, okay." And they said, and then they came and said, "Okay, actually, it's fine. They've moved him to somewhere so the audience can't see what's going on, so we could start." I went, "Are you sure it'll be all right?" But yeah, it's fine. So I went on, and what they hadn't told me is the audience couldn't see him, but I could, because they were sort of treating him in the wings. So I'm doing all this stuff, and I could see some paramedics. It was fine. Yeah. I was just waiting for them to go clear. I go. So that was pretty stressful. But as I say, he was fine. So yeah, things like that can happen. I think the sound's never gone down. The mic's failed a couple of times, and you sort of plug it in, and I thought, oh, First gig of Humanity in Bristol. I don't know whether it was I'd eaten too quickly or it was the first one, or I thought, I felt like I'm gonna have like palpitations and a head stroke, all this in your head. And I thought, but just keep going, it'll be all right. And I thought, don't be a fucking idiot. If you're having a heart attack, you could. All this is in my head, right? Again, it was nothing, right? But I thought, I said, I feel a bit unwell, and they laughed because they thought it was a bit. I went, no, seriously. I said, is there a doctor? I'm having a heart attack. They laughed again, and I was trying to make it sort of funny because I was embarrassed. And then I said, no. I said, hello, and they laughed. I went, is there a fucking doctor or not? Right? Someone said, sit down. I went, I can't sit down. And then one of the stage managers brought on a stool. It was a pink stool, not even a chair, a pink fucking stool. I went, that looks fucking comfortable. They laughed. And then someone said, they're a doctor, right? And I went, are you a doctor? I went, oh, yeah. I went, what do you think it is? I went, well, I can't tell from here. I went, don't fucking get up. And I started feeling better. I carried on. So, lots of things can go down. I remember I did one once, there was no aircon, and it had a tin roof. I think it was next Fort in Jersey. And I played it in the heat wave. It was 32 degrees, the weather. So inside it was ridiculous. I can't even imagine what it would have been. About 120. That was tough. That was fucking tough. But you get through it, don't you? Well, listen, that's about all I've got time for. Translated, all I can be bothered to do. Dutch Barn are doing a Spirit of Comedy competition. We're trying to find the next big thing. The prize is £5,000 and you get to support me at Wembley Arena. Anyone can enter. There's 20 different heats in 20 different cities around the country, so you can enter and just do a minute and we're holding it down, or go along and just watch and support new acts. Go to the website. I'll tweet it. I've tweeted some stuff already. DutchBarn.com. Have a look. Spirit of Comedy. What else? A Dutch Barn is in Canada and America. It's already in 100 those government liquor stores. What was it? What is it? LCBO in Ontario. So check it out, Canada, and we're gonna obviously spread hopefully. And it lands in New York and a few other sort of northeastern, Washington and New Jersey next week. So please, if you're in Ontario or New York, New Jersey next week, buy a bottle or just take a picture and tell me it's in it. It's here. Hope you like that. And I've just announced a brand new country I've never played before, Italy. I'm playing a ridiculous, I don't know what it is, 15,000, something like that, forum in Milan. And tickets go on sale this Thursday, pre-sale Wednesday. So that's a lot of people in a non-English speaking country. But they come from all over in Europe. It's so great playing Europe. Because if you play like a Friday or Saturday, you're sort of playing the whole of Europe because they drive 2 hours and from all over the place. So yeah, please come and see me in Milan. Make a weekend of it. Beautiful place. See me. Go home. You know how it works. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for following. I'm also on Instagram. I should do this on Instagram as well, shouldn't I? Dutch Barn, mortality, be nice to animals. Tatty bye. Say bye-bye, Foxy. Oh, fuck's sake, fat thumbs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Say bye-bye.